عليكم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Everything here on the chart is not a definition of advice. I'm just plotting and drawing everything based on my experience and what I see. Every trade is taken with a confirmation on smaller time frames. So it's just an idea for what I'll be seeing today at 6:30. Because it's Monday, so I've avoided all those sessions, but I will be looking for an opportunity in NYC with proper confirmation. So for TXY, it started with a gap above, so it's more bearish for today. But I am looking at it from the last week. It took the 0.75 of the bigger candle, and now it has an downward volume imbalance gap. But I'm looking most of the area where it can bounce and reach is this previous day low, because this low has been caught. So now it might be going up, but I think this is more in reach. From the previous week, it was bullish, but this bigger candle is still being respected. And although the closing was above 0.5, but today's candle would be more appropriate if it takes previous week low and then move upwards. And if it's 0.5 closing is, and if it closes below this on daily, maybe it takes this and then closes below this, then we'll see more of a bearish or bearish scenario for DXY and then bullish scenario for other pairs. For gold, I am looking at gold, and it took the previous lows as it was obvious, and then it took a bounce from the OTE. I missed this trade. It was a very good trade, but again, I was skeptical because of the volume and also the time. So this move came after NYCE, and I was skeptical about it. So this was the last move from the upside, and it took an OTE area, bounced back. Then I took the OTE area from this part, and then it also took bounce from the OTE area. But now it is approaching the highs we were considering to approach for last, I think, 2 weeks from the start of July. So it took previous week, and now it's approaching this week's low, the same week's low. So what I'm seeing that there's a POC here, there's liquidity around here. So there might be, it might be taking all these and then going back down. Also, there's an OTE region for this whole range as well. And this is lying just between the OTE region. So I'm looking for a bounce, but I'm looking a bounce when it takes POC or at least take week high and then giving me a proper reversal or a proper bearish fair value gap on a 4 hours or a 1 hour. So I'm going to take entry on that. So for this, I'm not taking any entries today on this. Even by the trading sessions, the Asia gave a move, London gave a move, and New York might be taking reversal from this, but I have more potential points, on the upside for the reversal. So I'm going to wait, because once gold break the highs and lows, it just goes down in a certain direction before it gives a reversal move back. So for gold, it's more good to have a swing trade. When it just takes a bounce and it gives a reversal, it just goes in that direction. It's not like the other pairs. So for gold, I'm going to look for a reversal. For EURUSD, I'm going to say that it took week's low from the OTE region, and then this was the OTE region for this move, and there's a liquidity down here as well. So I'm looking that, okay, it took the previous day high for here, and there's an SMT formed here as well with JPB, because it took the previous day high and it took previous day high a little differently. So there are two highs here as well. Again, there's a bearish daily fair value gap here, and also a weekly high here, right here. So it might be, just grabbing the early sellers and then going back to grab something from here and then go down. For NYC, I'm looking for a proper reversal pattern, but I'm still a little skeptical about it, because it took the previous session's high, it took previous day high, and then it closed above that high on an hourly. So I'm looking that it will be grabbing this, and then for JPB, I'll be looking shorts when it hit this area, because it's going to give me a good reversal, at least 1 to 5, 1 to 6 reward ratio. And for Euro USD, it still has potential to go a lot up. So there's a weak high. It might be giving a reversal from here, just like this. It just gave me a closure back here, but again, it's going to grab early sellers, because London move is just giving me this signal that it's very bullish today for the buys, and the New York session might be going up and then taking that, because Monday set the tone for the rest of the week. So this is a previous day high, this is a weekly high, and this whole range has took the liquidity, but it might be giving something return from here. If we take an OTE from this region to this region, the OTE region is still wide enough. So the reversal pattern on anywhere between from weekly to previous day high can be anywhere. So for Euro USD, I know it can give me a bounce back here, but it's going to grab the early sellers, and this area would be still valid for a week or something like that. So I'm more of I'm short on both, but from a proper confirmation side, because it's showing me potential that it has space to go up. The Euro USD also has a space that it can go and approach and give a reversal within that space. So both of them has a space where they can reach and then go have a reversal. So I'm just in an observancy. For NDX, I'm more excited today for an NDX situation, because it would be a little confusing, but let's see if I can show you that it did accumulation, it did manipulation, and then it was supposed to go down, but it liquidated all those previous early sellers, right, at this week. So what it did, that it made another bullish day, and then this candle closed, it took the previous day high and then closed below. Now this candle is just forming for today. If the previous day high is taken by one candle and it's not able to approach this candle, then there's an SMT right here with ES, and if it closes below this, then I'm going to take a short till here or here, which is like appropriate. I know it sounds very bullish, and there's a daily fair value gap here as well, but it's on the weekly, it's taking weekly highs, and it's if this weekly high is not getting taken, then I am going to target somewhat the 0.5 of this candle, and then I'm going to look this the 0.5 of this candle. This is exactly where it's drawn, and I'm going to take a short if it gives a proper reversal. From just the sessions, if we take the time-based liquidity, it showed that the previous session took the highs. Asia session went up, was not able to go all the way up. So this liquidity is being built, and then it can be taken in NYC session, might be taking this liquidity and then giving me a reversal. But again, it's a Monday and it can go up, because there's just taken bounce from this 4-hour value gap, and it's respecting that, but there's no as such, there's a lot of liquidity down here, and there's no as such, there's a small fair value gap right here with the liquidity as well. There's a small fair value gap right here, and let's just say you see it, and there's a liquidity right here. So it might be taking a reversal, and then I'm going to target this liquidity right here. Will be giving me a 3 or 4 hour. So this then took the previous session highs, and ES was able, maybe sort of able to take previous session highs. It took liquidity of 4 hour. It gave a bounce from the 4 hour fair value gap, and then it went up. It went up in closing time of New York session. Then Asia session was kind of rough. London session is giving us nothing, so maybe it would be just grabbing this and then going back. But this is highly contradictory for this time, because first of all, it's overall very bullish. It's continuously breaking highs, making higher highs, and breaking an upward direction. It's not giving me a change of character. It's only going to be a change of character or break of structure if it changes the trend. So overall, if we see the chart, it's lows, highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and then this is important. Even if it takes it this, there will be a very sharp trade with 15 or 1 hour highs and lows liquidity grab, and my TP would be quick. So I'm not thinking of a long term, but for today, just today, I don't see the buyers getting even above the previous day high. So for 6:30, I might see something like this, that it might take the previous session high and then give me a little bit of reversal till this low or this low. So it would be a good trade. from here to here. Like if we see it like somewhat, we see a reversal right here. We keep the stop loss above somewhat here, and then we take a TP right here. It gives me a good 3 hour risk. But still, I'm more excited or more inclined on taking trades on US 30 because it's in an OTE region. It took weeks low. It's now above, but it's not able to go above with this due to this huge downwards move. So this is the OT region. If I see a reversal right here and my stop loss would be here, I can see taking a trade till here, this low or this low, because it's still bullish, but I can take a small reversal trade right here. So overall, I'm seeing three pairs: gold, Euro USD, and JPB more often, and I'm more bearish on all the pairs actually. So this is why I'm waiting for 6:30, and then we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Allah Hafiz.